Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 weirdest schools you won't believe exist. So you guys might like school, or maybe like a lot of people, you hate it. Well, with some of these, you might actually like school if you went to them, but some of these are totally insane, and I definitely wouldn't want to go to them. But please drop a like. Let's aim for 6,000 likes on this video because it really does help me out. So coming in at number 10, we have prostitute school. So this one is coming from Spain, and it's a really controversial school, and basically they teach you how to become a prostitute. But yeah, for only $100 per semester, they teach you good sex moves, how to use sex toys well, and they also apparently teach prostitutes, and I quote, how to not fall foul of the law. In fact, I can do that right now. Don't be a prostitute. Anyway, so far there's only a few hundred people that go to the school, but it's growing really fast. And the lessons only take around 2 hours a day. Damn, this course is cheap and doesn't take up my time? Sign me up. But don't freak out too much, guys. This isn't like a replacement for middle school or anything. You do have to be 16 to join. The school opened in 2012 and has been in so many lawsuits because a ton of people want this closed down, but for some reason they win every single lawsuit. I don't know how. They must just have really great lawyers. And I suppose what they do isn't technically illegal, but it is really weird and kind of unmoral just because they're basically helping prostitution, and prostitutes do not live good lives. But let me know in the comments if you guys think this should be legal. So coming up next is cave school. So this one is coming from China, and basically a lot of areas in China have tons of mountains, and obviously it's really hard for kids who want to go to school, who live in these places, to find anywhere to go. So what some teachers did was move there and set up a school literally in a cave. The school has almost 200 students, and it has classrooms and playgrounds for the kids, and the principal says there's actually a lot of bonuses to having a school in a cave. He says they never have to worry about weather because it's sheltered, the acoustics are really good in the cave so they have a great school band, and for geology and biology they don't need textbooks because they have the real life thing in the cave. Yeah, probably still a good idea to have textbooks though. But even so, I think this is really nice of them to do because the teachers had to move to this weird area, and it's the only way kids who live there can get an education. But this one has a bad twist because in 2016 the school got closed down by the Chinese government because they said it made China look like a nation of cavemen, and I think it's really messed up of the government to ruin these kids' education just because they were self-conscious, and now the kids don't have anywhere to go to school, which I just think is really bad. So next up we have weed school. So I know some people love weed and some people are against it and think it should be banned, but in California in America they actually made weed legal, and because of this people liked weed so much and they were interested in it, so they made a whole school all about weed. The place is called TCU, which stands for the Cannabis University, and you learn how to grow weed, manage a weed business, and learn all about the laws of weed. And the school even gives you a weed diploma after you've had 150 hours of training. And around 700 students, go there, and this course isn't cheap. If you want to do the whole thing, it's going to cost you over $1,100. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are one of those people that love weed and you live in California, then this might be the place for you. I just wonder how many people at the school are stoned full time. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how much work goes on when you have so many chances to smoke weed. But anyway, next up is naked school. So this one is coming from Japan, and if you guys have seen any of my other videos about Japan, you'll know they have some really weird stuff. But this is something I haven't talked about before, and that's that they have a school called Zenra Nudist School where the teachers and students are naked the whole time. And if you couldn't already tell by the name, this is a school for nudists, which are basically people who want to be naked all the time. And this is the only nudist school in the whole of Japan, and I had to look totally for research. That's so creepy. Nah, but I had to have a look, and I found out this is one of the only nudist schools in the world. And this is also a boarding school, which means the students don't go home, so they're pretty much always naked. So yeah, basically a ton of nudist kids go here, and they have to be naked all the time except for shoes and socks. I mean, damn, I can't think of a more awkward idea. Like, imagine you at your school, and then imagine your teacher, you, and all your classmates totally naked. And they don't even separate boys and girls, they're all mixed. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel really bad for these kids. So next up we have McSchool. So you guys might know the whole stereotype that people who don't do good at school go and work in McDonald's. But not all jobs in McDonald's are that bad, like managers and even corporate jobs. Yeah, those ones can earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and sometimes even millions a year. Well, if you want to do like that, you can go to Harvard or Yale, but McDonald's also take people who go to their very own university very seriously too. That's right, McDonald's have their own university called Hamburger University, and this isn't new or anything. This has been around since 1961 and has over 8,000 students, and it's like a fast way to get really good jobs in McDonald's in the corporate side of things, but they do also teach you how to work in a restaurant to give you a better understanding of how the company works. So yeah, this is a pretty big deal and actually pretty hard to get into, and it's basically a business school except you learn specifically about the McDonald's business. So yeah, if you're anything like this guy, then you might want to apply to the Hamburger University, even if most of your friends will probably laugh at you for going to muck school. So next up we have no rules school. So I know all schools have rules, and some of these do kind of make sense, but most of them are pretty dumb. And who knows, maybe that's what you guys actually hate about school, the dumb rules. Well, in this school in London called Burgess Hill School, the only rule is that, well, there is no rules. And I'm from London, and I've never heard of this place, but it does sound like a pretty fun school. But I doubt you actually get any work done there. But anyway, the students here can smoke inside, bring cats and dogs and other pets in, listen to music out loud in class, and even ride motorbikes around the school. And all of these have been done before with no punishment whatsoever. And in case you guys don't know, most schools in England make students wear like a suit or whatever to go there, but this school encourages having weird clothes and weird hair. So all of the students wear really weird clothes and have dyed hair. But this is a really fancy school that really rich people go to, and the whole reason behind having no rules is because teachers there say if you forbid a child to do something, they will rebel. I mean, I do kind of agree with that, but I think these guys went a little bit too far. So next up we have boat school. So this one is coming from Bangladesh, and a really big problem with Bangladesh is that there's tons of floods, and they can destroy towns and make people not have clean water, electricity, and make kids unable to go to school because of the floods. So in 2002, these really smart people decided to create schools that can be used even after a flood. So they created these boats, which are like a classroom inside. And even though this started in 2002 with just one boat, now there's hundreds of these boats so that all of the kids that are affected by floods can get an education. And what's really crazy is that these have internet and electricity even though they're on water. And they also have waterproof books and pencils so the kids' work doesn't get ruined. And they even use the boat schools as school buses so the kids don't have to travel when there's floods because it's dangerous. And over 80,000 kids have used this since 2002, so this is a really good thing. So next up we have Santa School. So you know those Santas you see at the mall around Christmas time? Well, if you thought you could just show up and get the job, then you're wrong. It takes years of hard work and training. Now, but seriously, there is actually a school in London that you can go to become a mall Santa. I don't really get why you would need a degree to do that, but okay. They teach you how to spot trending toys so you can ask kids if they want them. I mean, shit, I basically just told you guys like half the course. In fact, take this. But yeah, this is another school in London where I am. I mean, damn, I might need to check this out for myself because I didn't believe this at first. And this school is called the Santa School, which is owned by the Ministry of Fun. And this has been around since 1997 and has over 700 students. And apparently the degree costs hundreds of dollars, but the big expense is the clothing. I mean, the Santa beard is $800 alone because it's custom made. It kind of sounds like these Santas are getting finessed, but I want presents this year, so I'm not going to dig too deep into this. So coming up next, we have Wizard School. But if you have, I know some people love it and they wish they went to Hogwarts, which is a school in Harry Potter. Well, if you guys have $18 and live in California, now you can. Some German guy called Doppelganger Oberon, who goes by Doppelganger Dumbledore, made this school in 2011 called the Grey School of Wizardry, where you basically learn how to be a wizard. You learn dark arts and learn how to make real wizard wands. And you also learn how to make wizard costumes. The wand and stuff sounds kind of dumb, but I mean, damn, dark arts, that sounds pretty creepy. But yeah, the school actually has around 800 students and only costs $18 per semester, which makes this one the cheapest school on this list. But then again, you will probably still end up losing money because I can't imagine there's too many job opportunities for a wizard. And the guy who made it even admits that he was influenced by Harry Potter, which is obviously not real. I don't know, maybe this would be a fun school, but probably not too useful. Especially not for me, just because I already am a wizard. See? So next up we have Underground School. So this school is in New Mexico in America, and basically this was built during the Cold War in the 1960s, where America and Soviet Russia were at war, and America was scared that Soviet Russia was gonna bomb them. And this one town in New Mexico was really paranoid because they were really near Area 51, which is a military base, and also near an oil refinery, which would be a big target to bomb. So they built a school underground that could withstand a nuclear bomb and radiation, and they bought a ton of medicine, food, clothes, and water, and the school even has a morgue to put dead people. I mean, could you make this place any more creepy? And you know what's funny about this school is that the mascot is a gopher because they always go underground. But yeah, this school had around 6,000 people in it for a few years when there was a big risk of an attack, and this school is pretty famous. Roman Mars actually made a song about this called Cold War Kids. But now not very many people go to the school at all, and it's mainly used for police exercises and storage. But that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the weirdest school. For me, I think it's the naked school just because that's so awkward. But as always guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.